Hi, I'm Jackson Ferrugia. I'm a real estate agent in the GTA with the Fresh Approach Real Estate team. All right, let's get into today's video. So having sold real estate in the Caledon area for the past few years, I've built up a pretty good network of clients and relationships. And these guys actually reached out to me directly when they were looking to sell their large estate. It's so unique. It's so case by case. Each person is totally different. We've had some clients that are, bankers and in finance that are super analytical and they only want to talk about comparable sales, price per square foot, these kind of things. In this particular case, my client was in his 80s and only really cared about having someone that he could trust. We built a really good rapport and a really good relationship. Over the months I worked with him, we became very close. So it's totally different. And that's why I love my job, working with different people. So before we even hit the MLS, we're reaching out to our database. Between the team, we know quite a few agents in all different markets. Typically the buyer isn't only coming from, say, Caledon, moving within Caledon. So we're reaching out to all luxury agents across Ontario that we know of, letting them know that we're listing a new property, this is the situation, and we start building the buzz from there. This luxury market seems to be a little bit less affected by things like interest rates. We just gotta find that one buyer that falls in love with the property, and that could be any time of year. In this case, it was such a good location, large property. We had a ton of interest from multiple parties, so we were able to produce quite a few offers in the first couple months, actually. To be honest, I'm pretty obsessed with luxury real estate and these types of properties, especially in the Caledon area. That really helped me price the property correctly. So in this particular case, the client actually custom built this home. It was his dream home. And we spent a lot of hours going through the house. We even toured around the entire property on his golf cart, became best friends, and really got to know the property in and out. So besides our typical, luxury real estate marketing of our drone shots, our twilight evening shots, all the regular stuff that we do, we went above and beyond for these types of properties, and we actually did a mail out to all of Caledon, postcard, let everyone know it's coming soon, featured it in magazines, on websites, and just with my personal database of agents in the area. The thing to know about this price point is that majority of the buyers are working with an agent. They're not, sitting at home and they're gonna see an $8 million property and decide that's what they wanna buy. They're already actively looking with an agent. We were definitely able to build quite a buzz around the property before we actually listed it, which we're pretty good at across all of our listings. But in this case particularly, we had, 10 showings within the first week. My client was really happy about that. So for these types of properties, it's super important that we, the listing agent, are present for all showings. You got to imagine as a buyer's agent showing up to a property like this for the first time, you're a little bit lost, you're not acclimated with the property, you don't really know much about it. I'm able to be there and actually sell the property. I'm able to show them things that they never would have noticed unless they came for their 10th visit, right? So me being there really helps, and I can personally say that me being present for a lot of these showings has directly led to a sale of a lot of these luxury properties. The toughest part about negotiating this deal was that, we had multiple interested parties that all felt the price was not in line with what they were willing to pay, which is common, especially in the market we were dealing with. And we've got a seller who doesn't really need to sell, right? These price points, they don't typically need to sell their homes. They're looking for top dollar. That's where I come in as kind of the middleman and trying to bring, the deal together. It just happens where, one person really falls in love with the property and we're able to get the deal done. When it comes to properties like this, in this price point especially, it takes a little bit more patience and time to get a buyer and a seller to come together in agreement. In this particular case, it was the seller closing a chapter in his life. This is a big emotional sale and we have to be super respectful of that, and this is where building rapport and trust with the seller really helps us. So it's always exciting bringing a luxury property like this to market. I'm really passionate about it, and me being able to be there for all the showings, seeing people's reactions, and really getting to show my knowledge of the area is definitely my favorite part. Working with a team of experienced agents is super important for the seller. I've got a whole team behind me supporting me, allowing me to do my job, which is to be at the property, selling the property, and really negotiating the deal. That wraps it up for today's video. If you guys have any other questions about how we list luxury properties and our processes, feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're happy to help.